Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are here for the next episode of the new Higurashi anime, Higurashi When They Cry Go, whatever you want to say, episode 3. And I was thinking about it more so because I think last episode I said after this episode I would be, fully anime only when it comes to Higurashi. But because of the pacing and the better pacing in this new anime, I think after the next episode is when I'll be fully anime only and I'll have no idea what's going on. It's definitely better paced. It was a lot faster paced apparently in the original because, like I've been telling you guys, I think I've said it every episode now. I've only watched the first 3 episodes of the original, so I'm really curious to see. I do want to say before we get into the episode, I'm really curious to see how they're gonna do one scene in particular in this adaptation. So yeah, let's see what we have with this episode, guys. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're gonna hop into it in 3, 2, 1, play. So we saw that the blonde-haired girl with Tomitake at the end of the previous episode. Certainly kind of sus, right? So there was the Rika dance. That was I think they're gonna show it again or show more so of it. Which how they animated this was beautiful. She's like she's trying so hard. She's putting her all into this. It is kind of like imagine being here seeing this. It would actually be watching is kind of mesmerizing, but I was talking about this in the previous episode too. Some Monogatari vibes with the OP. Got like tasers, guns. This is probably one of my favorite OPs of the season, honestly. Like visually, just looking at it all around from the song and then the visuals. I know we had like that Rika scene at the in the previous episode at the beginning, but it really feels like with that and I mean with the OP visuals here that like Rika is the main character. Like that's really what like because you would think that Keiichi or Rena like those are the main characters or whatever, but it seems like Rika is the main character. I mean the dance here, like weird. The cotton drifting. Oh yeah. The guardian deity of Hinamizawa. I mean, I hope so. Like, right? Like they just dipped. Mion just took her and like Keiichi and Rena like always find themselves alone in some of these situations. There's Tomitake. And there's the girl we saw at the end of the previous episode. He is a ladies' man. Look how Rena just chilling here. Bro. Bro, stop. Stop. Oh my gosh. Is it who I... Yup. Oishi. See, we met Oishi in the original, in episode 2. So yeah, the pacing is definitely better. There's like this meme going on, like I don't know if you guys have saw it on Twitter, but Oishi and like Keiichi like singing a song together, like about Oyashiro and Hinamizawa. Take. You saw him with that girl, most recently. When I first was watching it, when we first got introduced to Oishi, I was like, "You're just having this kid come in your car, like not weird at all, not sus at all." But right at the end of the festival, even curses. This is gonna bounce off the probably the stuff with Oyashiro and just the village. Oyashiro's curse. You know, there's also the things Toмотaki was talking about, like towards the beginning of the series. Mm-hmm. We're just scratching the surface. These 4 incidents all took place on the day of the festival. Coincidence? Is it really? We saw like in that one visual, we saw like a kid, a dude with a bat. Been missing since last night. The blonde hair girl kind of sus though, right? Like still parked there. And he's like new, or he came back here, right? He's new here, so it's like Man, snap there. Got really passionate there for a second. Wants you to be the inside man, the spy man. And like this is the thing that's like scary to me is that like if you're getting too brings up Mion, specifically Mion and his friends. But yeah, like getting too involved in this or getting too much into this like scares me. Like digging too deep into it, you know? It's just like Oishi. He's like, you can call me that, but he calls him Oishi. He said if you want, to be fair, but there's the start of this. Rena. I know it's a game, but we did see Rena. Look at Rena here in the classroom. Look how she's looking right now. You see her? We saw her like behind the tree, like looking at him, like because you weren't here, you got to face the penalty. And it's him and Rena, as like always, right? If it was me, I would just like I don't know. I would not want to dig any more into it, or like I would rather probably stay like oblivious, I guess, or ignorant to the whole thing with the curse and the spooky shit. Talk about Tomitake and the what was her name? Takano. Demoned away. Now, is it something I'm curious about? Is like if they didn't do the cotton drifting thing, like how everyone else did, because we didn't see them do that. Then would that mean? Would that be why potentially something happened to them, or Oishi Oishi took him here like not for the food. Of course. Oishi, chill though. You kind of sus. You kind of weird, man. You bringing the kid into your car like that? Like, I mean, dude, you like probably double or triple a lot of these people's ages in here. Spirited Away, great movie. The murders, yeah, there was the five that got caught or whatever. Or there was the sixth one. Look at that guy. Someone who dies and someone who goes missing. So if this is the case with Tomitaki and that girl, you can kind of, you know, assume they won't. They don't want you to know. They don't want you. They want to keep you ignorant. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh shit. The way she's like the voice actress switches her tone and just like the way the show switches the tone too is just like, how do you stalker stalker. She onto you, man. She onto you. Yo. This is what I was talking about. This is the scene I was talking about. I was like, I want to see how they do this. This shit way creepier than what I remember. Bro. Yeah, let's just keep it at that. Like, see what I mean? Like, let's go. Yeah. Nice. The tone shifts are just crazy, man. She's been watching you. She's been stalking you, man. Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of like, hey, this is the police calling, you know, for your son. Suspended from her school. these connections, these. They lived here before, moved out after she, right after elementary school. Oh, dude. Oh. Sounds like someone's already like let her in, or she just heard everything you were talking about on the phone then. Cause where's she at? Dude. He had no idea too. Bro, this is. Imagine watching this at night, bro. I should save this for nights. Like honestly, at this point, like she heard was watching the whole thing. Dude, oh my god. This is what I was talking about. I wanted to see how they would do this. In his house and everything, man. Damn. Oh my god. See, this is where shit. I think after. Yeah, definitely after this episode. So sometime in episode 4. I don't know if it's gonna be after episode 4 as a whole, but I'll fully be anime only. I have no idea. Um, what's gonna be happening, but the introduction to Oyashiro, big part, obviously. Early on here, that was supposed to. I was thinking that was gonna happen in the previous episode, but because of the pacing, it was here. But so the whole going into Oyashiro, the curse, and just a lot of the well, they're not really coincidences, just the kind of the pattern, right? The pattern on how one person dying, one person missing. We have this stuff with Tomitake and Takano. With the two of them. There's that. There's obviously this stuff with Rena. Which looking at it from both sides, from their perspective, from Rena and their perspectives, like to them it probably does seem like, especially if she's been following him, keeping tabs on him. Keiichi's been doing this stuff without them knowing. So really, Keiichi has been lying to them or keeping secrets from them, just as they have been too. But the whole thing that I'm like, what I'm talking about is like digging more into this and getting more into this. Keiichi's like, is it a good idea or is it not? Like that's something that I'm kind of like asking myself. Like, would you want, like, if you were in Keiichi's shoes, would you be digging more into this? Would you be talking to Oishi more, or would you just be like, no, dude, like, I'm done with you. I don't want to hear anything more of this. I don't want to talk to you anymore about this. Would you just kind of stay, I guess, oblivious or kind of ignorant to it? I know, like, Keiichi's, I guess, curiosity and all this is getting to him, and he wants to know more, but I think, I think just digging deeper into it is is just a scary thing. Is a scary thing in my opinion. Which I don't know. Like, what if you knowing about Oyashiro's curse and all of that? Like, what if you were gonna die soon? Right. This is just a hypothetical thing. What if you were gonna die soon and you didn't know, but because Keiichi learning about the curse, but because him learning about that, like say if he was to die, if he learned about it and maybe learned something on how to go about it that prevented him from dying, then it would be a good thing to want to know to want to find out more about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a hypothetical thing. That could be for any of the characters. So a lot of questions, a lot of a lot of scary shit going on. That's for sure. And Rena just literally stalking him, like literally we saw it like multiple times throughout this episode, but especially obviously there at the end. But the dad just let her in. The dad just let her in. Like, hey, you have a visitor. Like, yeah, dude. So not creepy at all. And she was hearing that whole conversation, seeing that him talking on the phone to Oishi. So, yeah, this is where shit is getting crazy. This is where like when I watched the original, even here too, I would say again because I was like I was saying, I was curious to see how they were gonna do this in particular. This is what I was really looking. It gets the blood pumping, that's for sure. I like just imagine watching this at night though, dude. Like I may have to think about it. I may have to think about kind of doing this at night, like when I get home from work or something. Just for the vibe and just for the. I feel like I don't know that would maybe add to the experience or something. But for now, I'll keep it how it's been. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode. In terms of the whole like sequel talk and remake or whatever the case may be, this was like straight following, like the original or just like the remake, I guess if you'd want to say. So we're still on that path, like right. This literally picked up from the end of the previous episode. I think there was some new things in here, that we didn't really see, I guess, in the original, at least from what I remember. But I think it really felt almost like a one-to-one, like it was pretty much almost the same. Just the pacing, right? The pacing is different. So, but if there are any big differences or anything like that, definitely let me know. But obviously, in terms of like the sequel stuff, we didn't get anything like we had at the beginning of the previous episode. So this was just literally straight, pretty much like to be like the original anime, and I guess following the remake whole thing. I don't know, dude. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.